Here we are on Cricbuzz Comm Box in this crucial contest between Rajasthan and Hyderabad, just trying to put a sense to their progress at the 10 over mark. Let's just have a look at where they stand at the halfway stage after the 10th over. We will, of course, discuss what's happened just after that because of a crucial wicket falling. But as far as the 10th over is concerned, let's have a look at that. This is where we are for now. In terms of the 10th over, a couple of wickets falling in the company of Lisa Salekar. Lisa, let me just get your first reaction after losing that early wicket of Evan Lewis. Steady from Jaiswal and Sanju Samson until that wicket of Jaiswal. That was a partnership they wanted to flourish a little bit more.
Yeah, they looked good, didn't they, out there? We heard Trevor Bayliss talk about the fact that they weren't shutting down that long side. They were bowling too short, too wide, and both of the guys just jumped into him. Jaiswal, he's really come of age, hasn't he? He's still only 19 years of age, but he looks comfortable. He's a little bit more assured with his strengths. I think that the one shot where I think off Sandeep Sharma, he actually, bowled at middle stump, leg stump line, and he just hit him straight back over long on. It was a pretty good shot. So shame that he got out because he was the one that was really accelerating, whereas Sanju Samson, we're used to seeing him kind of slow at the start and then accelerate. So he's got to make sure it's a big one.
Yeah, I think that's the big story. I mean, I remember just a couple of minutes we chatted off air before we went on to Cricbuzz Comm Box, and you said, how good is he looking? But that's the story of his life, isn't it? That he looks good, even if he makes 4. But the real question is, can he go on to make it a big one, as we know he can?
Yeah, and he's got to, I mean, we've seen in the last game he was able to do that, even though it was a losing cause. So he's got to kind of replay that. He does like to play against this side. So he's got form, in his back pocket. He just needs to really make sure it's a big one.
Certainly does. But as we have a look at the bowling options, and I think there's been a little bit of a change because we know what happens on Cricbuzz Comm Box. You've got to add a wicket to Rashid Khan because he's got out Liam Livingstone after the 11th over began. But Sandeep Sharma, a little bit expensive getting that wicket. Bhuvi was the one who really started off, and that's the form that going forward, both for India and for Hyderabad, they'll want to see Bhuvi in that early form.
Yeah, when he gets the ball swinging around, he comes into his own, doesn't he? And the fact that he can move it both ways. So it's good to see him back in form. You're right. Hyderabad want it for the back end, but India are desperately wanting it for the T20 World Cup. So there are good signs there for them. But Rashid Khan, he always has a way, doesn't he? We've seen that this second leg, spin hasn't really picked up many wickets, nor been economical. But Rashid Khan, he's on a different planet, and he's going under 6 at the moment. And obviously he chimes in every now and again with a pretty good wicket.
And it wasn't always, and it typically of Rashid Khan, it wasn't necessarily always his best ball that picked up that first wicket for him. Livingstone just going high rather than long, and that'll be a big blow, I think. All the good things about Samson, we've said, the 2 big ones they were expecting. Livingstone, Lewis, both the L's back.
Yeah, and now we kind of go through that question mark of that middle order, whether it's good and whether they can step up. Well, I do like the fact that they've still got, Chris Morris, those guys really down low. So whereas we've seen him in the past come up too soon, and then especially in a situation like this gets exposed. So partnerships are the key. We always say that.
Yeah, we said the 2 L's have gone. The Indian L connection in Mahipal Lomror, who hasn't really, he's always sort of been on the fringe of selection for a franchise, showed what he's capable of with some big sixes. So he'll need to be key with staying with Samson and, of course, Riyan Parag to follow.
Yeah, and I'm really glad to see Lomror be giving that chance. He's been with the Rajasthan side now for a few years and maybe got like 1 or 2 games and then got ripped, back into the squad. So I hope that he has consistent opportunities because that's the only way you're going to develop. And we heard that with Trevor Bayliss as well. The only time they're going to get experience is if you actually give it to them. So I'm glad he's getting this chance.
Well, 83 for 3 in the 12th over. Lisa, are you still sticking with your pre-match prediction around the 160 mark?
They're going to have to get going pretty quick, won't they? Look, I think, look who's there's still to come. There's still some powerful hitting, though. Oh, no, I'll still
throw back Tewatia. It's his day today. So between Tewatia, Longor, Parag, after all that we talked about him, Morris to finish. Yeah, they could even get past your score.
They could. What about your low total?
Need wickets. Need Rashid Khan to finish well if I'm to come back into the game. All it means is it's not run away from either side yet, and that's what makes this game beautiful. 83 for 3 at the end of the 12th. We're going to catch up with everything at the end. That's all from Cricbuzz Comm Box.